Welcome everyone. Thank you so much for joining us today. Before we dive in, I want to take a second to talk about Pinney Insurance. So at Pinney, we know agents don't lose business because of a lack of opportunity. They lose it because life insurance takes time, paperwork, and follow-up. And that's exactly why the Pinney A-Team exists. The A-Team is our in-house group of life insurance aid specialists who handle everything behind the scenes once an agent introduces a client. From the first conversation through underwriting and policy issue, our team manages the entire process end to end. So what does that mean? That means we run the client conversation, we complete applications and paperwork, we manage underwriting and carrier follow-ups, and we track every case and keep it moving. Agents stay focused on what they do best, selling, advising, and growing their book, not chasing forms or status updates. So this isn't outsourcing, it's an extension of your practice supported by purpose-built tools and systems that keep cases organized, compliant, and moving fast. And the result is simple: more policies issued, more time back in your day, and a smoother experience for your clients. And now I'll pass the mic over to Chad and Keelan. Welcome.
Thank you, Christopher. And I'll touch a little bit more on the A-Team a little bit down the road here. Thanks for laying that out and introducing us. I'm Chad Strong, a brokerage manager here at Pinney, and I'm going to take you through kind of the ins and outs of what we do and how we can help all you folks make your lives easier on the life side. I'd like to also introduce Keelan Johnson. He's our brokerage sales manager. And if you want to say a few words, Keelan, and introduce yourself.
Absolutely. Yeah, I won't take much time here. So a little back history, been in the insurance business 25 years. So those of y'all on the line that are obviously doing some P&C and commercial and therefore out, I understand your opportunities and your pains. And so I was a farmer's agent and an independent P&C agent along with my brokerage license, and then circle back around to a stint with Security National Life and Crump, and now over as sales manager with Pinney. So glad to be here and glad to be on the team, and thank y'all for letting us potentially partner with you. So I'm excited about it, super excited about it, because I know the resources, I know the brother sister relationship that we could form for our clients, because that's the end result is for our clients. Go ahead, Chad.
Perfect. Yeah, let me go ahead and just pull up our slides. Hopefully y'all are able to see those pretty good. My computer's been dragging a little bit today, so if anybody can't see anything, please speak up. So basically what we were here to talk about today is, let's start with the reasons why. Chris alluded to some of them earlier when he introduced us, and that's just to make everybody more efficient on your side of the fence. Partnership to increase client retentions and cross-sell opportunities. That in conjunction with working with the A-Team that Chris mentioned, and I'll highlight a little bit further as we go through this presentation, just the ability to have clients come over and have them be taken care of and take the the responsibility off of your plate to have to push your life clients through underwriting and fight to get them to get the signatures and policy delivery and all those type of things is what the A-Team does. And it frees you up to go back to sales and do what you do best in servicing your clients on the PC side. Partnership to increase client retentions. That's, retention is a big word, especially these days. I hear it from a lot of P&C agents that I know that it's tougher and tougher to retain their clients these days with all of the stuff that's happening in the market. So when you're able to help them both on the life side and the P&C side in conjunction, it just makes a stronger relationship for you and your clients. So why do your clients need this? Well, like I mentioned, retention. Clients with both P&C coverage are more likely to stay loyal. So multiple line policy holders are always the ones that are going to stick the best. I've learned that from my almost 20 years in the business now, that you write one policy for a client and that's a good way to start a relationship. But once you write 2 or 3 or 4 for them or within the family, they're much more likely to stay with you for the long term, as opposed to, having another agent get in their ear and getting them to switch over to something else. So retention is key. Standing out from the competitors, by offering complete protection, positions yourself as a full service resource, meaning that you can not only take care of them on the property casualty side, but you can handle all their other needs that they're certainly going to have. And we'll kind of go into what some of those needs are in the next slide or two down the road. Get them first. Life insurance agents will attempt to take your clients. That's inevitable. So being proactive is key, and at least making it known to your existing clients that you have the ability to help them on the life side of things will make that relationship stronger and keep other agents from getting in their ear. There's 3 pathways really here that we're going to talk about when it comes to Pinney, and I'll go through the first 2, and then I'll probably hand off path 3 to Keelan to elaborate on that because he has a little bit of background and some unique perspective to share there. Path 1 is essentially if you are a P&C agent and that's all you have is the P&C license and you don't have your life license, you can send your clients right over to us, 50-50 split, and we will do absolutely everything from reaching out, starting the conversation, getting them quoted, getting the applications completed, pushing everything through underwriting, sending out policies, making sure policy delivery receipts are signed. So it's a really easy process for you to take that off of your plate and put it on ours. And that team that Chris talked about at the opening of the presentation will be the ones to jump on that. And our in-house sales team also in conjunction will work with your clients and get everything issued, and then your commission just splits off. Path 2 is for an agent that is P&C licensed that may also be life and health licensed or life licensed or is considering getting life licensed to be able to get appointed and earn full commissions and writing the business yourself through this channel. Sell and control your own cases, which a lot of agents like to do. They want to make sure they maintain that control. So this is a popular path too, and one that I would welcome anybody to consider. I would be the one to help with any learning curve there. I've got 20 years of sales experience in multiple products on the life insurance side, and I've been a high producer at many different stops that I've been at. So I've had the experience. So if you're not life licensed and you need help getting life licensed, I can help there. If you are life licensed and just need the ins and outs and a point in the right direction and a little bit of support to get you trained on our programs, that's what I'm here to do and support. So those are the first 2 paths for channeling business over and getting your clients taken care of on the life side. And I'm going to pass the torch, if that's okay, to Keelan, and he'll kind of delve into path 3 and shine a little bit of a light on that.
Yeah, thanks, Chad. Great explanation of 1 and 2. And again, path 1, rent agent, we do it for you. Path 2, you have your agent that is life licensed. Jonah, may I strike a question to you so you can kind of fill me in a little bit better here? I know y'all are clearly brokers for the commercial P&C realm, and do y'all have some agents that are dual licensed now, or do you have agents that already have books of business in the life side? How do y'all handle that currently? What does that look like for y'all?
I am not 100% sure on that. I could definitely find out for you. I know we do have a couple that are, but I wouldn't know how many.
Okay, no problem there. So basically, in theory here on path 2, just like Chad had alluded to, you have an agent that comes on board, and again, I want y'all to know we are by no means, and I know how tough it is to work in the P&C and the commercial. And now I'm looking at y'all's product right now, and y'all's product reach, it goes deep all the way through personalized energy, inland marine, cannabis special programs, work comp, and all of those sorts. which are time consuming. But again, Chad, helping the life insurance, the agent that is life insurance licensed versus sending that down the road, keeping it in house and creating that larger household, retention, larger household density. But path 3 also, if y'all do run across, let's say you're recruiting agent or an agency, or you run across these agents that say, hey, listen, do y'all do life also, or annuities, or long-term care, or DI? Because a lot of times the disability also goes along with the commercial, the blue collar and the white collar stuff, and then you throw in the long-term care. But just so you'll know, if there is an agent that says, hey, I'm with brokerage ABC over here and I don't want to take my business away from them, or I've been with brokerage ABC and they suck, excuse my French, probably shouldn't be recorded, but they're terrible, they're not good, then we can clearly take that agent and their book and replace it over into the RE Chaix group, if you will, and service that, and even bring the carrier relations over with that agent with the carriers. Does that make sense? Like bring a book over, bring it into process, help them out on the back office, put them into our CRM. So we do have that support on path 3 too. Just so you'll know, as it grows and as it accumulates, you may run across some of those agents that have a larger life book that maybe they accumulated, maybe they bought, maybe they inherited, whatever. But we have that resource on path 3 to park that over on our side too, and to plug and play that into the Pinney RE Chaix platform to where y'all are growing, we're growing, and the agent's growing also. Okay, does that make sense, Jonah, kind of from that realm? So that that's not left off the table, so that in a recruiting stance, from trying to bring in agents and agencies and expand, that's also the platform that doesn't get left out on the table. We can facilitate that also.
Okay.
Go ahead, Chad.
Great. Thank you, Keelan, for breaking that down. We will kind of just quickly go through a couple of bullet points. The first path we talked about, the rent and agent, basically we call the 50-50 split. You bring the client, Pinney provides a licensed agent and full case management, like I alluded to prior. 50-50 comp split, no licensing, no underwriting, no paperwork. Best for the agents who want production without selling life. Okay, so pretty cut and dry on path 1. Path 2, you get appointed and start writing the new life business. You sell, control, the client earn agent comp, access to carriers and case support and underwriting help built for agents new to life insurance who want to start clean. And that's where I can help be a bridge for anybody that wants to develop their business more on that side. So that would be the help you'd get through path 2. And then path 3, as Keelan was good enough to go through and explain, it's the same writing model as path 2, but unlocked immediately for established producers. You keep selling exactly how you do today, but gain access to Pinney's platform. The free CRM, which not a lot of agents have access to, ready day one. Advanced market design, and we have a great brokerage manager on that side now, Keelan Doe with Charles King, that can help us with the IULs, the whole life, estate, business cases. Dedicated underwriter support comes with that. The rent agent option when you don't want to write a case. E-app and quoting with 50 top carriers. Policy secretaries handling all paperwork and follow-up. We keep coming back to that, but it is pretty amazing. It's certainly a benefit I wished I had when I first got into the business long ago. When I almost gave up on insurance because of the paperwork, it was so tedious. We have the staff in place to take all of that on. So no change to how you sell, just more leverage. Best for agents who already write life and want infrastructure, not retraining.
Chad, let me add one thing there too. Again, with
Please.
Charles King, another cohort of ours that we've brought on, and a real good friend of mine too. He is a registered rep too, and he's going to bring some things to the table that y'all might run across sometimes in the commercial world and in commercial insurance. When you talk about key terms like key man insurance, which is big, buy-sell agreements within the workspace, within business owners, and also exit strategies are huge right now. Taxation and exit strategies of people wanting to sell their business and trying to keep their tax level low as they sell. We have all that too, access to the lawyers and those forms too. So I just don't want y'all to have to step over $1 because there's a lot of money in that stuff too. And as where our capacity is only so much, I know it's hard. We would never be able to know what y'all do because there's a lot of stuff there too that we don't know. But anyways, we have that capacity too as we start to formulate this on the advanced market stuff. So don't forget about that.
Yeah, I'm glad you mentioned that, because it's going to come up just in your day-to-day practice with your agents. Clients that you work with are going to be involved in all sorts of different things. Some of them will be business owners, and you're going to come across some of this stuff. So just know that when you do, you have a place to go for help with that. And Charles King will make sure that everybody has his contact information as well as ours, so that we could help you on that side of things.
Hey, Jonah,
Keelan, again, if you can
Yeah.
kind of go over this slide.
Yeah, no, sorry to interrupt there. Jonah, do y'all know who Endzone is, who we're owned by?
Yes.
Okay. And we're owned by Endzone, correct?
Mhm.
So
Yeah.
so again, Endzone is bought Pinney to work as the brokerage on the life side. And so it's worked really well so far with Endzone as we've really launched the referral program, which is the step one. And we've even created QR codes, and very easy. For example, a lot of the Endzone agents, they have a QR code that they have on their phone. And anytime they're out playing golf at Prestonwood Trails or those nice golf courses up in Dallas, which is a ton of them, they meet somebody and say, hey, can y'all do this? Can you do this? Can y'all do this? Can you do a life? Can you do annuities, long-term care, DI? And they say, no, we don't, but our partner does. They hit that QR code, and it clearly goes to a referral form right on your phone or right on your computer, and they can enter that information in right there, then and there, shoot it straight over to our policy processing team, our internal agents, and our internal A team, and they never have to touch it. Case goes in, their name goes attached to it, and they never have to touch it until they see a commission check. Now, the A team and our internal team will obviously communicate, because as we well know, y'all's time cycle to issue policies and to get binders out on the PNC commercial inland, some of that stuff is very quick. 1 day, 2 day, 4 hour, 2.2 hour. Sometimes a life cycle can be as much as a month and a half if we have to gather stuff. You know what life insurance is, but that is one of our keys that we're sharpening up on and getting sharp as ever, is the communication channel there, so that because you are the forward-facing representative to that agent, we want you to be able to communicate when that agent goes, well, I sent my crap in 3 days ago. Where is it? You know what I mean? And so that communication channel is there, but it can be as simple as a QR code that we form for you guys and personalize to your agents, and it shoots straight into there from your agent, and your agent is tagged on that, and the communication channel starts. So we will develop that for y'all, and that will be easy, one-click deal wherever you're at, weekends, holidays, no matter what.
Absolutely. Sounds good.
Yeah, that communication is critical, because we never want to be caught off guard when a client wants an update on what's going on with their business. So that's something that we're going to really sharpen and hone, so that agents that do send stuff in will know exactly what's going on all the time. So communication is vital. So just kind of an overview. The Pinney in 2026: close larger deals, close more deals, scale your business, and less admin work. I mean, to me, the most exciting part of that is that if I was looking at it as an agent, the two things are closing more deals. Of course, what agent doesn't want to do that? And then less admin work. That to me it says it all. And if you do those two things, your business is going to scale, because if you're doing less admin work, you'll have more time to sell, and you'll just be growing exponentially. And especially if you're closing larger deals, that will also add to the bottom line of it also. Just to touch on a few of the services that we have available: life insurance, of course, the term, the whole, universal, simplified issue. We all know what those products typically are. We specialize in all those and have carriers to address all those. Annuities, fixed, indexed, SPIAs, so single premium indexed annuities, and hybrid options. We're really beefing up on the disability side, short-term, long-term, and high limit plans. The long-term care, I've been, over the last week or two, the majority of quotes I've been getting from agents are on the long-term care side of things. People out there are frightened of that, because it just devastates, a person's retirement when they're not planned for that. So, no, we're suited up for the long-term care side of things, Medicare and health and retirement, 401k, IRA, defined benefit and pension plans. So no matter what you come across, we've got an avenue to steer you to give you the support that you need. And these are some of the events that trigger it, family death, that's, everybody's going to go through that at some point if they live long enough, if they haven't already. Marriage, divorce, hopefully that happens. Hopefully the marriage happens to y'all and the divorce never does, but those are going to trigger a lot of different events that can impact a person's financial planning, home purchase, children, of course. There's never enough life insurance when you have young children at home to look after. Any kind of health change and retirement fears, and that kind of harkens back to the long-term care discussions I've been having. Everybody's fearful that they're going to have more time than they do money. And, we have access to a great connection here at Pinney named Charles, who we talked about earlier, that can really help on that side of the fence there. So just the key takeaways as we start to kind of round third base here is, the life insurance opportunities already exist in the PC book. We know that, triggered by those events, everyday client life events, kind of just, in correlation to the ones I went through. So there's really no cold selling required. I mean, if you've already worked with them on the PC side of things, I mean, it's going to be an easy conversation for you to talk to them about other ways that they can, help their future and their family and protect themselves and make sure they're planned for the days ahead. RHA agencies capture that opportunity with zero added workload by introducing the client, letting Pinney's licensed A team handle everything end to end. So the benefit of the partnership is that you get to all the business processed without any of the work or effort, because we take that on and shoulder it so that you're free to continue to meet with clients and generate sales and not spend it on dealing with requirements and reaching out to carriers and chasing signatures and all that other tedious, time-consuming stuff. The partnership boosts retention. Retention's critical. I have a buddy that has a PNC book down in San Diego, and he spends almost half of every day just trying to retain the clients that are trying to leave him. So by putting more policies in place for your clients and boosting that retention and making those relationships tighter, that's another huge win out of all this, in my opinion. So that is about all I have on the key takeaways, unless Keelan has anything you want to add at the end, to summarize and sum up. Keelan, did we lose you?
I did, because I forgot to take my mute off. So,
I
party
figured.
foul.
I figured.
So there we go. It probably wasn't worth anything anyways. But no, so sitting in the PNC seat for as long and as many years as I did as an independent agent and a farmer's agent too, it's when that back door gets open and you have clients leave just because they're shopping online or they're doing whatever they're doing, they think they can get a better deal anywhere and all over the place. Annual reviews are so huge in the PNC world, because every year the premiums typically will go up for some reason, and you're having to try to save or keep the client, and it's tough. And so, we know also for all of y'all that we have to gain your trust. And the biggest thing and the biggest wall that comes up, and we understand, is that you have your set clients, and it's hard for you to hand over those clients to someone else that it may cause a bad experience, and then they leave you because they've had a bad experience on the life side or the annuity side or long-term care and DI. So we know your clients are special to you, and we are challenged to make sure that we treat your clients, because they are your clients, with kid gloves. So that is the forward-facing focus that we have going here. Probably y'all could find another life brokerage or annuity brokerage or whatever to partner with, and but we and I want to say straight for myself, thank you for allowing us to at least show you what we have. We hope we can, whether we get a piece of it, whether it becomes small term stuff that y'all throw across our table to see how we work, to test us out. I know it's a handshake and it's a relationship, and it's like going out on a date, So we get that. We understand that we have to gain your trust and gain your loyalty through this. We don't just want handouts just to pad our pockets. We want future relationships and be able to play golf together at functions and things. So that's our goal. I came from Crump, which is a large shop. And so compared to what we are, but again, the value with Pinney is you get personal touch. So you get the personal touch, you get the people, you get the liaisons like to Chad, like to Charles, like myself, like Chris, working, in our back office stuff here and the technology. So with that, I'll leave it there and just say thank you for listening to us, even though it was a lot of drinking from a fire hose. But I know y'all are intelligent enough and have had lots of experience in the insurance business, so you know what we do pretty much, and we know what you do, and so we just want to be that value added resource to what y'all do. So I don't have anything unless do y'all have it? I know we've got 3 on the line here. It looks like looks like Jeff and maybe Steve, who was on here before, but Jonah, do you have anything, in the last couple 4-8 minutes that we have here, or we can go on for 4-8 hours, whatever y'all need? Is there anything specific you have a question about? I know we kind of did a 30,000 foot view of the opportunity, and Chad did a wonderful job of explaining it to you. But is there any specific questions we might could shoulder here before we get offline?
I'm good on questions. Y'all touched all the bases, and I was taking notes, so I'm good. Opening it to everybody else.
And let me also do an added value too. We are starting to have tomorrow we're having a 13 or 14 part series, a little 1 hour clip it every Thursday at 2 Central, I believe it is, for all of us Texas people. And and it's going to be on a different product every week. So tomorrow we have a training on IULs. The next week will be an annuity. We'll have a LTC. We'll have a DI. We'll have some advanced market stuff in there. So, as this moves forward, we would love to, and talk with Chad and give us, the green light to Chris. We would love to invite all of your agents to those if they have time. If they don't, fine and dandy. But, as we well know, just like if we were to be coming in and be brokers for you guys and try to learn about inland marine, or cyber or professional liability, it would take us a long time.
That's
So
right.
it would really. And so, I think the key is that when you take your jacket off and you leave and you go to church or to happy hour or whatever, we want your agents to at least be able to have a conversation on a 3rd or 4th grade level about life, annuity, long-term care, and DI. At least feel comfortable saying, no, we've got that addition to our process now, and we can help you guys out because we have a strong team on that side. That's what we want. I mean, that's all it is. So we will provide that continuing education as much as y'all need, whether it be one-on-one on a specific product that we drill down on 30-minute bites to Apple or 1 hour, or if y'all want to jump into our weekly trainings or whatever, that's fine, Jonah. And for whoever else, I think it's just left on you now. But we want to be that resource too. Sure.
Totally.
From our
Okay.
standpoint.
Sounds good. Do you guys know if you have like a webinar library on your guys' website somewhere for your agents and all to access?
Chris,
Yeah, we
go for it.
actually do. Yep. So
Cool.
everything, so all the webinars that we do and all the webinar clips, we also have clips that are available. They're available on our YouTube. They are unlisted, so we will personally send those out to agents or anyone that's interested in watching our webinar series. We have a ton of content, and it's really good content.
Okay, sounds good. We're building ours out right now with the development team. I would love to get if we could get a link to your whole page, and then we can put you guys at the bottom of our website, listed under like check out our sister partners life insurance solutions. I'd love to put that on there. As well
Absolutely.
as I'll take this webinar and we'll get it sent to design and cut for that as well.
That'd be
Absolutely.
excellent.
Cool. Sounds
Absolutely.
good.
Well,
Well,
perfect.
thank you, Jonah, for being so gracious with your time and allowing us to speak with you and your agents over there. And we look forward to a wonderful relationship as we move forward.
Well, thank you guys.
Thank y'all.
Absolutely.
Let's
Thank you
go
so much.
Texas.
All right, Texas. All right, guys.
See y'all.
I'll let you guys all go. Take care.
Bye-bye.